Let's get started then, guys. So today I'm going to be covering the basics of how to get you started on advertising on Facebook. And I'm going to be sharing with you some short-fire tactics, how to make sure your campaigns are a success and you get the best bang for your buck. Those of you who don't know me, my name is Catherine Salt and I'm a social media consultant. I've been running Facebook advertising campaigns for over 2 years, and I can make sure you hit the ground running without tripping over any of the common stumbling blocks. Facebook advertising is a huge topic, and I could actually run a half-day course on it alone. So I'm going to try and pack in as much as possible in this 20 minutes to give you some time for questions at the end. So why advertise on Facebook? Even if you don't already have an advertising budget, Facebook is still accessible to everybody. You can easily set up an advert yourself without the need for help from a fancy agency, and it can cost as little as £1 a day. I mean, I've achieved a cost per click of as little as 4p. Just think how many more people can find out about your business this way. Not only can you target a new audience, you can get your brand page back in front of those people who've liked you. The tough facts of it are that only 4% of likers will ever come back to your page, and only 16% of likers will actually see your posts. Advertising on Facebook will help you stay top of mind with them, and it's going to encourage likes and comments. The flexibility of Facebook ads is a huge advantage. You can stop and start a campaign when you like, choose your budget, and amend your adverts as soon as your response rate drops. If you're worried about making a mistake or paying too much, you can just keep a close eye on your campaign. Unlike traditional advertising, radio, TV, and print, Facebook adverts can be pinpoint targeted due to the huge amount of data that Facebook collects on its users. Not only does Facebook decide what adverts are relevant, but users can remove adverts from their timelines that they don't like and give a reason why, allowing their preferences to be taken into account. The effectiveness of advertising on Facebook over other options is patently apparent due to the sophisticated insights that Facebook provide on every ad. This reduces the guesswork into what is successful and why, allowing you to continually refine your copy, your calls to action, and images. The more effective your ad, the lower the cost will be. So there are 3 main types of adverts available to you. Destination ads, where you can select from any of those where your user goes once they click. A sponsored story, in which you can promote a post from your page to the widest possible audience, and a promoted post that increases the number of existing fans who see your latest post, or even friends of fans. The type of advert you decide upon is going to depend on what you're trying to achieve. So before you start, you need to decide why you're undertaking an advertising campaign. If you're looking to increase the number of fans, you will want to select adverts that have a like call to action, for example. So destination adverts. In my personal experience, I found that using adverts to promote Facebook content is significantly more effective than trying to get users to move outside. When people are on Facebook, they're in their leisure time, hanging out, chatting with friends, checking out photos, and catching up with gossip. Ripping them out of that cozy environment to your website, they may click, but they won't hang around long before going back to Facebook to pick up where they left off. if you're advertising a page, place or event that taps into that desire to relax and have fun, you're going to have a much easier time than if you're trying to sell life insurance. That's not to say you can't sell life insurance, but you need an angle that appeals. Sponsor stories. As you can see here, there are 4 types of sponsor stories, and I always used to get in a muddle with them until I laid them out like this. The key to sponsor stories is users do not have to leave the page they are on to interact with them. They can click like without even having to visit your page. So the page post. You can increase your likes and comments on a specific post by promoting it to a wider audience than your existing fans. Not only is this going to help your EdgeRank score, this is the metric used by Facebook to identify if it should deliver a post to your timeline, but your post will show up on people's friends tickers when they like or comment. Brand page, a really simple advert that encourages users to like your brand page direct. Use the copy to tell them why they should like your page. Are they going to get discounts, offers, or special previews? Post likes. Every time someone likes a post that's an advert, it's delivered to one of their friends. This is an example of peer recommendation. It's based on the theory that if someone you like, who has similar interests to you, likes something, then you may do too. It's the same theory that is applied to the page like stories that appear on your friend's timeline when you click like on a brand page. Promoted posts. These are really interesting. These ads are set up direct from your brand page. So as you can see there, if you have 400 likes or more, you will see a promote button on your status update box. Promoted posts help you reach a larger proportion of your audience, as without it, as I said before, you're only going to hit about 16%. The reason that number is so low is mainly due to the fact that your audience isn't necessarily on Facebook when you post an update. Using promoted posts gives your update a longer lifespan of 3 days. You can't do this with every post, just those that you've published in the last 3 days. When you select promote, you are given a number of options of what your budget can be and the results you can expect. If the ad is stopped at any time, you don't have to spend what is recommended. You can monitor it, and when it hits £1 or whatever you want to spend, you can stop it. One of the sneaky little tricks and bits of info that not everybody knows is that promoted posts are the only Facebook adverts that can reach people who are using Facebook on their mobiles. When it comes to designing your adverts, the image is small and the characters are limited, so it is a skill to develop effective ads. The key points to remember are include a call to action, like RSVP, sign up, etc. Use the text to explain what the advert's about, and have a clear image. I have found that faces work better than logos or text. So, targeting. These parameters, they enable you to target your advert for maximum effectiveness. A florist can target potential brides with an advert using the demographic information to find engaged women in their local area. But where there's a huge potential is the interest section. You can put in, and I'm going to show you here, precise interests. Now, you can put keywords in here, and this links to activity on users' timelines. So interest from their profiles, pages they've liked, interested mentioned in their timeline. And you can also put in the Facebook page of one of your competitors and directly target their fans with an offer. It's cheeky, but it's amazingly effective. If you're in a business-to-business, you can actually target specific job titles in the precise interests and couple that with a company name in the workplace. Means you can get your advert in front of CEOs and Fortune 500 companies if that is your target audience. It's worth spending some time experimenting with this. With everything in Facebook, it's all about testing and learning. So you have to have a go, see what works for you. As I said before, unlike traditional advertising, tracking how successful your adverts are is very simple. In addition to the flexibility to change your ads at any time, you can quickly respond to what isn't working. Part of the Advert Manager is all the information you require to see if your ad's being delivered, if you're getting any clicks, what's the click-through rate, and what sort of actions are happening. So as you can see from the slide, the blue area is my full target audience. So if I was targeting lawyers in Jersey, that blue area would be all of the lawyers in Jersey that I could deliver my advert to. The green circle is all of the lawyers in Jersey that my advert has actually reached. And then the orange, which isn't represented on this advert, is the social reach, which means if somebody has interacted with the advert or shared the advert, you would see that there. Now, this example, you can see the full reach of the campaign, which it was a Jersey advert, so it is only 12,000 people. Frequency is the number of times on average that has been delivered. Social reach, as I said, is the social interactions with the advert. Now, one of the I find very confusing is the difference between actions and clicks. A click is when somebody clicks on your advert and goes to the destination page. So if it's an event or a website, they've gone through. An action, you'll see this heavily on promoted posts, and it's where somebody has taken some in-advert action. That means they are on their timeline, they have seen an advert that says like, and they have clicked the like button, but they have not had to leave that page. Click-through rate. This is really interesting. Click-through rates are typically very low on Facebook adverts. If you are achieving a click-through rate of 0.03%, that's it, 0.03%, for an ad targeted at non-fans, you're hitting about an average rate, so you're doing quite well. If you are targeting existing fans, I'd expect that to go up, probably to about 0.8, for example. But compare, test and learn. So set up a number of adverts with just one difference. It's what we call split testing. So you could have the same copy but different images to see what works and what doesn't. And that means you can refine your ads every couple of days to help you maximize effectiveness. Facebook adverts can be really effective. There is no reason at all to be frightened of spending too much money or getting it wrong. It's all about testing and learning. So hopefully that has given you a good overview of how you can use Facebook adverts. And I've got, finally, just some top tracking tips. When you set up your adverts, name them. This means it's going to be really easy for you to scan your ad manager and recognize what adverts it is without having to open them up. So, for example, I always name mine what nickname for the image, whether it's what version of the copy, and who the target audience is. Even if you don't change your adverts every day, always keep an eye on them. Because it can be the case where they suddenly just drop off. I've had it where they're doing very, very well, and one day, for some reason, it's fallen through the floor. Well, thank you very much for joining me for today's webinar. My name is Catherine Salt. As I said before, I am a marketing consultant that specializes in social media. If you want to catch up with me, you can visit my blog, find me on Facebook or on Twitter. I'm always open to you getting in touch with me or asking me any questions.